what we've done for 20 years as fans, right? Imagine you really love something. Could be your dog, could be your wife, right? It's got to be living, right? And you're stood there, and the thing you love is lying on the floor, and then a vampire is smiling at you as it sucks its blood, and you stand there going, I love that. And they're going, won't be long till it's dead. That's literally what we've done for 20 years. We've watched the blood get sucked out of this club, and we know who's doing it. And we just sit there going, yeah, but look at his shoes. Look at his shoes. You know, it's like distraction. I will always say this, the business deal that the Glazers did, I detest they did it to United, but oh my God, what a deal, right? You go, it'd be like me and you, we've got a little bit of money in the bank, right? And we buy Real Madrid on debt. Leverage debt. We buy Real Madrid on debt, and then we pay the debt off by using Real Madrid's profits. Today, that would be the equivalent of what they did to us. So we go to Real Madrid. We have got money. You know, we've got an empire of money. You know, we're a well-known name. We're good for the loan. And we leverage the debt. So we don't spend any of our money. We go to the bank and we say, look, we have got loads of money. Look at it, right? So you lend us the money to buy Real Madrid. And with this money we've got, we'll pay it back to you. So the bank goes, yeah, of course, they're loaded. We will lend you the money. You buy Real Madrid on debt, but then you don't use your money to pay it back. You use the club's profits. So you never spend a pound. That's the equivalent of what happened to Man United. I mean, if it wasn't our club, you'd go, fucking hell, that's genius. So I can have a load of money in the bank, so I can borrow money to buy something, and then when I've got it, I'll use that profit to pay the debt off, so I keep my money there. This is what they've done for 20 years. But they are the masters of spin. Robert McCormack says, I can see Cole Palme coming, but not this summer. Well, it's a total irrelevance then, Robert. It's a total irrelevance. And that's my point. You look at Man City, you look at Chelsea, you look at Liverpool. They buy players in January because they've got major renovation to do. Man United refused to do it. It's laughable, actually. It's laughable how they are happy to put stuff out there to Ben Jacobs, David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano about a big, big summer. Because they're journalists. They're not going to go, it's a joke. They're not really opinion pieces, are they? They're journalists. The thing should be, look, Man United are going to... The big news today, David Ornstein says Man United potentially are going to have a big summer in the summer, right? Well, I say, why aren't they doing anything in January then? If they've got money for a big summer, why aren't they doing anything in January? If they're going big in the summer, why aren't they doing anything in January? You can get players in January. What's the difference between Belabour in the summer and Belabour now, by the way? What is the difference between Belabour in the summer and Belabour now? We're not going to give Brighton £80 million. So if we're going to negotiate at 60, why aren't we doing it now? Why aren't we doing it now? Dan says, who can we get? You're a Glazerite, Dan. I'm sorry, that's really blunt, but you're a Glazerite. If I was at that football club working in transfers, I'd get deals done in January. Don't fall for the spin of, well, who can we get? You know, players don't walk around in January, Dan, saying, come and get me, come and get me. You actually have to pick up the phone and do some work. Look at Mateta. Mateta wasn't leaving Palace a week ago. I want to go. I want to go. Publicly, I want to go. Palace have got to let him go. You can't publicly put a transfer request in. You can't do that. You can't, you've got to put, I'm getting mixed up in my own words, Dan. Mateta wasn't going. He's going now because he's put a public transfer request in. That makes his position untenable. Maresca's not a manager of Chelsea because he publicly called them out. Same with Amorim. You can get players out of clubs. You can pick up the phone to Belabour and you can go, mate, we want you now. We need you now. We've got a big summer. We need to buy 2 or 3 midfielders and we need to get one in now because otherwise we won't get everything done. Well, how do I help? Put a transfer request in. Publicly put a transfer request in. Look, if Brighton say nothing, whatever, we'll get you in the summer, but help us out, you know? You can do it. Why is Guehi a Man City player? Because Man City decided they would give Palace the money. Why is Semenyo a Man City player? Because Man City decided they would give them the money. All right, Guehi's out of contract in the summer. Release clause for Semenyo, but they didn't need to pay them. They could have waited till the summer because that's when they want to do business. Why is Enzo Fernandez a Chelsea player? Because Chelsea went to Benfica and said, we want him now. We're not waiting until the summer. You can get deals. Don't even start trying to defend with not doing anything in January. You can do stuff in January. I would say, you know, oh yeah, great news. We're going to go and spend a load of money in the summer. And I'm sure we'll spend some. But it's also a World Cup summer where most players won't talk to us until the end of till the middle of July. And the season starts in the middle of August. And the club needs major renovation, a new manager, and we're meant to sit here in January where we could be starting that renovation, by the way, and go, don't worry, the summer's going to be good. And that's what bothers me. It is like having a builder. It's like getting a builder in to build you an extension on your house for Christmas, right? They're meant to start the work in April. That gives them 8 months to get it done for Christmas, right? And they go, in April, ooh, got lots of plans, got some really good builders, bought some really good bricks, but we're going to start in September and we're going to work really hard and we'll actually get it done by November for you, but we won't be starting until September. And you go, hold on a minute, it's an 8-month job. If you start now, what if it rains? What if you have any problems? What if people go sick? Nah, don't worry, we'll do it in September. And then September comes and it's like, yeah, you know what I said back in April? I figured it out. It's still going to take 8 months, so you're not getting it for Christmas, basically. And I think that's what consistently happens with Manchester United. And you know, it does need to get called out because I think it's fair to call it out.